r/AskReddit. Adults of Reddit. What is something you enjoy that society deems childish? Using the swings at the park. Same. I used the swings at high school so much that someone took a picture of the swings and put it on my diploma. I love those swings and I will still use the swing outside of my parents' house. Nothing beats that swing and you can pry it from my cold dead hands. It isn't much FBI-ish to enjoy the swings. Riding on the grocery car through the parking lot. Do it down the aisles too. No shame. Using one of your feet to brake one wheel and change direction. Swings. A nice swing at the park is so relaxing. Duck, I just realized I haven't used a swing in like 2 years. I did this over the summer. I was just walking through a neighborhood when I spotted a large swing set. Some tiny voice said ducking do it, so I ducking did. I got as high as I could possibly go and that feeling in your stomach when you swing down had me smiling from ear to ear. I had totally forgotten about that and made me realize why I liked it so much as a kid. Then society or whatever says you're too old and you for some reason agree and stop. You forget what it's like to swing. Duck that noise. Keep swinging. Cartoons. I'm about to turn 50 and still love cartoons. Rewatching Clone Wars now to get ready for season 7 next month. Thanks for the gold and the silvers. I'm sorry, season 7? I'm only on season 3. I gotta get my ass in gear. I don't care how old I get, Lego will always be fun. There's a limit though. If you turn 100, you have to stop playing with Lego as the age limit is till 99 years. The new sets don't say that anymore. They just say 14/16 plus. Whenever I go grocery shopping, I park far away, as I always do, so I can jump on the cart and ride it to my car. I get a lot of stares, and sometimes some comments from all the adults who refuse to have fun. Edit. Apparently this is now my top comment of all time. So thank you all, and thank you for the gold silver. I love that I'm not the only adult who still does this. For all you old farts out there, it's not that dangerous. If the parking lot is crazy full, don't do it. But my store is never packed. I ride down the middle of the lane and watch for brake lights and people backing out. If a car turns down the lane, I stop. The technique is about putting your center of gravity in front of the rear wheels so it won't tip. It helps if you have heavy groceries. If you're tall enough, you can lean onto the handle with your gut and still push with your feet. So sucks to be short, I guess. Most people who comment actually say nice things, but usually the stares are telling me I'm childish. I do this too. Bonus when I go to Aldi, because the parking lot is at a slight downhill angle. Wee. As a 30-year-old lady, I've gotten some baffled looks for sure. Bah, my mom's almost 60 and she still loves hopping on the cart and racing me to the car. Life's too short to care what other people think. Dinosaurs. There's an awesome book called A Grown-Up Guide to Dinosaurs by Ben Garrett that is wonderful. I can only find the audiobook. I wanted pictures. Playing Parker with my fingers. Try explaining that finger dancing tutting is a real thing. No, I think he means using your fingers like little legs on a table with stuff on it. I like going up the stairs on all fours. My friend likes playing on playgrounds. I think that's how you check whether someone is a demon or not in a horror movie. Get them to some stairs and see how they climb them. 2 feet, human, all fours, run, beach. Arcades. As a fully grown woman, I love going to arcades. The kinds with tickets to redeem for cheesy prizes. Unless there's something I specifically want, I hardly redeem the tickets, but usually give them to a kid at the ticket counter or my niece. Seeing their faces light up is awesome, and I enjoy the process of winning the tickets. I can't wait to be able to take our own kids to the arcade. I've got to stop at every arcade I see to play DDR. I've been playing it since I was about 16. Now at 33 I'm just glad to see they still make new ones. There were 2 adult guys absolutely killing it at DDR at the arcade near my house a few weeks ago. It was fun to watch. Bounding up the stairs multiple steps at a time. It just takes so long to go upstairs one at a time. Do you also skip the last step going down? Let's be honest. Is there any other way to go down the stairs? Don't think so. I love splashing in puddles and playing out in the rain. Drinking a Pledge juice from a cardboard juice box with a straw. Capri Sun drinks too. One does not drink a Capri Sun. They dominate a Capri Sun in a single gulp. My yellow duck toys while taking a bath. Edit. Thank you guys for my first awards. Finally I can understand what fame feels like. I really expected to look up and see that you were you/ducks with ducks. Same. I feel baited. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Honestly a masterpiece of a TV show that does have childish elements but also a lot of depth to the characters and plot. If it's snowing, I will always walk with my tongue sticking out to catch snowflakes. My neighbor is a busy single mom of a 7-year-old. After one big snow, I was out shoveling and the little girl came over and asked if I could help build a snowman. I decided why not? We had so much fun building the snowman. When we were done the mom thanked me for entertaining her and whatnot, so now it's kind of become a tradition for every snow day. This is the most wholesome shit I've seen in a while. I needed to read this. Making sound effects and talking and funny voices. I used to narrate provide sound effects of all my Lego creations when I was a kid, but making these types of noises or talking and funny voices for fun as an adult makes you seem weird. I use sound effects when describing stuff. Playing with kids. Let me explain, I don't have any children of my own yet, but some of my friends and cousins do. Sometimes their kids will want me to join in with whatever little game they're playing, or coloring, or whatever. Now, of course it feels silly to be running around playing make-believe with a small child, and I'll feel a bit self-conscious, but interacting with a child on their level, not talking down to them, I think, is important. When I was a kid I always appreciated my parents' friends who do the same for me. They didn't patronize me or speak to me how people often speak to children. I didn't feel condescended to. It's nice sometimes to get to goof off, have fun with the kid, and be cool Uncle Chaz. Adults often take themselves too seriously for that, and I really like the joy it seems to bring the kids when I shed my grown-up ego for a bit and just play and let them have fun. Edit. Since in my following post I used my real name, I figured I might as well edit it into this post. 2. Second edit. Thanks for the gold and silver, kind strangers. That's actually amazing that you do that, especially if no one else around is doing it. As someone who studied child development a while back, I can tell you it's incredibly important to get down on their level as well as join in their play and add to their imagination instead of looking over/down on them while they do it alone. For both their emotional and cognitive development, not only are you cool Uncle Chaos perfect, but you're helping them develop into confident children, teenagers, young adults, and ultimately full adults in the future. Nothing childish about interacting with the next generation and helping build their imagination and enhance their overall development. We as adults are their biggest resource and guide to life, so why not teach them life can be fun sometimes? There have definitely times where I've felt a little odd about it, but how can you disappoint a kid because you're worried about looking foolish? When I was in my early to mid 20s, I used to sit on my stoop and play my acoustic guitar, and all the kids on my street just loved me because I let them play the guitar, or just talk to them like one of their friends. You know, none of the adult condescension or anything. And sometimes this gaggle of kids would run up to me and go, "Duck it, I'll use my real name. I don't think I have anything to hide on here. Chaz, we're having a race down the sidewalk. Race with us, or play tag with us." As a sometimes single adult man in the 21st century, I definitely felt a little sketchy about it. But I mean, I was friends with their parents. They were my neighbors. I wasn't some strange weirdo. They'd chuckle at me a bit and probably thought I was nuts, having a play sword fight or something with sticks with an 8-year-old kid. But I didn't want the kids to be disappointed. I remember feeling disappointed and sad sometimes when I was a kid and the grown-ups didn't want to play with me, and that stuck with me into adulthood. So, with my friends' kids, or my really young relatives, or those neighbor kids, obviously only the ones whose parents I was close with, I might be an adult, but I don't always have to be a grown-up, you know? And I hope this doesn't need saying, but I'm not Michael Jackson or something. I don't go to the playground to make child friends or anything. Edit. I didn't know that Wholesome awards existed, but thank you for them. Whoever you are, I'd say in the state of the world we're living in, Being described as wholesome makes me feel pretty good. Second edit. Wow. 3 wholesome awards, silver, and coins. Thank you guys. Building Lego. Even the sets that are made for adults raise a few eyebrows. My USC Slave 1 is a work of art though. I'm in high school and have reattached myself to Legos. Shame it's widely considered a kid's toy. Most of what I do I'd imagine. But if I had to pick a specific example, it's that I like to mimic using the force to open automatic doors. I do this too. Every time. Play-Doh. Shut up. Just to let you know, they have like designer Play-Doh type things just for adults. I can't remember the name, but my colleague was ordering some for his friend the other day. Yeah, it's called modeling clay. Collecting stuffed animals. 33-year combat veteran with awesome guns and knives collection here. I sleep with a stuffed Magikarp. Touch my fish and I'll cut a beach. Edit. Since pics or it didn't happen has been invoked. Here's my floppy boy with a rifle and some blades. Yes, a gladius and a bayonet. http://imgur,/0yfnlns. You should post a pic with the Magikarp holding a car bar or something. That would be hilarious. Playing Pokemon Go. My kids even call me a dork. They are just jealous of my level 40 status. I was at one of the malls here and there was a pair of probably 75-year-old ladies playing Pokemon Go. I mean, I'm 30 and was playing too, but holy crap were they seriously into it. One of them had 2 tablets and her phone going. The other had a phone and tablet. Each had its own portable charger. The sheer joy on the one lady's face when she yelled. Everyone looked, and she loudly proclaimed she just caught a Zapdos was great. I smiled and went back to catching my umpteenth Pikachu or something. This was only 6 months or so ago. I bring this up anytime someone tells me the Pokemon Go is done and then tell them to go to West Edmonton Mall here on a community day. It's absolutely loaded with people playing. Edit. I'm jealous of your level 40 status. Haha. Lego. I'm a 38-year-old woman and I have a basement full of Lego builds. Bought my wife a Harry Potter Lego set for Christmas. 2 days after Christmas she returned a couple things others bought her at Target and bought 2 more. Love seeing how happy it makes her putting together sets. Not my thing at all, but love how much she enjoys them. We have them all over the house. We had a bit of extra money at the time, so I splurged and bought my wife the giant full-size Hogwarts set for her 30th birthday last year. I like to color in coloring books. They literally sell adult coloring books now. I got an incredible coloring book full of really intricate and beautifully designed sugar skulls for Christmas. I used some of the money I was given as a gift to buy a set of good quality fine liners to color it in with. It is so relaxing and it feels really rewarding when you see a finished picture you have spent 4 hours meticulously coloring in. Video game edit. Did not expect this to blow up, but I only say video games because some adults are like OMGUSTLLPLA video GMEs like it's a childish thing. The gaming industry knows this too. They keep rebooting all my childhood favorites and siphoning all my adult money. I know several adults that love video games. Far from a childish thing. I even know gamers who are over 60 years old. I'm 39 and still wear Spider-Man underwear. That's sexy as hell. 31 and currently wearing the disco dancing Stormtroopers print that Mundies recently released. I still sleep with my baby blanket. I'm 30. I don't intend to stop. It just calms me a lot. I was anxious to show my so when things got serious. But she doesn't care and respects how much I care about the blanket. We're now about to get married. Me and my boyfriend both still keep our childhood friends in bed. For me it's the small rabbit I got when I was 2. For him it's a small trash panda he got from his now passed mother. I like stuff like this. The same people who say adults can't have emotional connections to stuff like teddy bears or blankets are the same ones who name all their cars or give them personalities while saying it's not the same. Making dumbus noises. I mean babbling. Inhaling while speaking to sound like a robot whose voice modulator is on the fritz. Just ducking nonsense. The best time to do it is on Discord while playing games with friends, or even better emo. When you're in a team game with voice and you're kicking ass, just throw out some stupid high-pitched voice encouraging your team to keep kicking their ducking asses and throw in some slurping at the end. It's incredibly childish and I can't get enough of it. I am 31. Inhaling while speaking to sound like a robot whose voice modulator is on the fritzy. Didn't know this was a thing and now I'm dizzy. I don't think my wife will be thrilled about this new discovery. Coloring with crayons. The smell is really brings on the nostalgia and I find it very soothing. My mom is almost 70 and her and I love coloring together. It is very soothing, I agree. I collect toys. My home is covered in Star Wars toys, Nerf blasters, Hot Wheels, and my girlfriend collects Hello Kitty stuff. Nintendo. I'm sure I feel the same way about Nintendo as others do about Disney. I grew up with the characters. I've played most all of the main titles. No other games bring me the same level of joy as Nintendo. Video games in general are pretty mainstream and accepted as a real hobby, but I definitely feel the judgment being passed on me when I express my excitement for the next Pokemon or Animal Crossing game. Even among other gamers you'll get people who say Nintendo makes children's games and Xbox, PlayStation, PC are for adults. But Nintendo consistently puts out top tier games that are fun to play. Zelda and Smash Bros were my favorite games as a kid and games like Bot and Smash Ultimate continue that. Disney movies. I get a lot of flack from my so because of my love for Disney as a 30Y. Oh man. A lot of adults think that Disney movies are just for kids, but in my opinion, they have themes that are timeless and that people of all ages can relate to. Plus, every Disney movie was written and produced by adults, and often have lines that fly over the heads of small children that adults can enjoy as well. Pokemon. I'm 35, and was so excited when I got my Pokédex completed certificate on Pokemon Shield. TBH. All Nintendo games have the power to give me the same level of excitement I had when I was 6. I still feel a little weird walking around parks on my day off playing Pokemon Go as a 33-year-old man. But I tell myself it was made for adults, so I keep doing it. SpongeBob. Shit, I think most people my age that grew up with it still love it. FTR, I'm 23. I've been at the bar and threw a SpongeBob quote into the conversation. Multiple people instantly went into a SpongeBob quoting spree to the point that I almost felt embarrassed for us. These weren't even my friends. Just a few regulars I took shots with before going home. Fighting animes. While anime is still experiencing an all-time high in popularity in the States, it's still arguably a subculture thing that a good amount folks don't appreciate simply because it's just a cartoon show. Like Duck, yeah, it's a cartoon show, and it's still hand-drawn animation. 2. Call me nostalgic, but I still really like hand-drawn animation. Eating breakfast, a bowl of cereal for dinner. I am a 42-year-old woman and I play Animal Crossing religiously. Comics, especially manga. Grilled cheese sandwiches. The movie Surf's Up. My childhood shows, most notably Tom and Jerry. I love rewatching it even as an adult because who doesn't love a good dose of nostalgia from time to time? My friend who is around the same age as me couldn't comprehend how I could be an adult casually watching and laughing at Tom and Jerry. I thought it was rather judgmental and hypocritical of her because I'm sure she has some great childhood shows and memories. Like I can't casually enjoy Tom and Jerry, but you can enjoy your Disney Plus shows and rewatch some good old Avatar. Young adult novels. I love them so much. I'm getting into new adult somewhat, but I love your plots so much more. Puddle jumping, and teaching my great nephews and great nieces to do so. Being the oldest female hardcore gamer in any MMO guild I've ever been in on any game. And same for showing the college kids how to really play MTG. Commander. Squeezing squishy balls. That's a very adult thing to do, lol. Playing Minecraft. Use baby wipes, but only after particularly nasty shits. Playing on playgrounds. If I'm ever babysitting, I will play with a kid instead of just sitting and watching. Maybe it would get old if I had a kid and had to go to the playground every day, but as an aunt it's genuinely fun. Sweets. Swinging on a swing. I'm watching Dragon Ball Z again at 30. It totally holds up. I'm about to watch Super for the first time. I love Disney World. I don't care that it's expensive, hot, and crowded. Daydreaming. I'm a child-free, 36-year career lady, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to always want to wear rainbows, sparkles, Hello Kitty, and holographic. I often pass the children's department at Target like, why don't they make this sequin jumpsuit with a unicorn on it in my size? I came of age in the time of Candy Kids and 90s Harajuku imports, so sparkly neon maximalism will always appeal to me. Professionalism be damned. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.